Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Alrighty, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Hello and happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday, Kevin.
Happy Wednesday.
Otherwise known as National Brian Your Bird Day.
Ooh.
At least according to Virginia. I mean, I just kind of made that up, but you were saying you got to do it like 8 days out.
Yeah, I like to get my bird in that liquid real early. Let her defrost in the fridge where it's the safest.
Mm-hmm.
This bird wants to get brined.
I bet you do. I'm going to pickle you.
Brine that bird. That's it. Vicky said, Virginia, can you please share your brine recipe?
Oh, is that what you want to give out?
I did. I just kind of said, apple juice, orange juice, and then spices and herbs and whatever kind of pungent, fresh herbs, even dried herbs. Cut up some orange slices, cut up some garlic, cut up some apples.
Have fun with it is what you're telling.
Have fun with it, yeah. And the most important part, though, is the salt water. Because you want to have a saltwater base brine.
So go to the Intercoastal, just get...
No. Use table salt and add it to water and then put it in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Virginia's idea of how you need to brine a bird.
Don't do Sunny D like I did one year. Unless you really want to have a vibrant orange, safety orange turkey.
Do you think I like Sunny D?
I know you do.
Oh, man.
I know you do.
It's thick, and it does make you feel like you swallowed 18 pieces of fiberglass, but it tastes pretty damn good.
Yeah.
The turkey tasted great. It just was a little weird when I put it in the oven. Now, when it cooked, you couldn't tell at all. It looked beautiful.
Sunny D got to have what those ice pops have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Feel the same way going down your throat.
They're delicious, and you're going, this is good, but fuck, I feel like I'm eating fiberglass.
I think when I was in the store, I saw a really good deal on the Sunny D, and the orange juice was kind of expensive, so I was like, screw it. I'll just get Sunny D instead of orange juice for the brine.
Sunny D had a good run for a while. They were popular, and then all of a sudden, boom. We're like, I think Sunny D might be bad for us.
Well, if that's what it does to the turkey, imagine what it's doing to the inside of you.
Oh, my gosh.
There was another one. Do you guys remember an orange juice I think it was orange juice. It might have been just fruit juice with a bunch of stuff called Five Alive.
Yes, it came in a concentrate in the can. And we go.
But they made it in cartons as well.
Yeah, that was for rich people.
Really?
Yeah.
Then why the fuck did we have it?
We had the concentrate where you made it yourself.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, that stuff we were putting in our bodies in the 80s.
Some of us haven't changed.
Yeah. Now, somebody's asking, leaving a turkey out for 8 days?
No, you don't leave it out. You have it in the fridge. How many times I got to say it?
They say turkey uncooked for 8 days. How does that not spoil?
It's defrosting. It's taking its time to defrost.
I kind of like
it's
that.
still frozen for the first 4 days.
That would be a good segment. Virginia, the defensive turkey cooker. I already said that shit.
Yeah.
I said, brine that motherfucker.
A different kind of cooking show.
I would watch that.
Look, bitch.
That'd be amazing. That'd be your catchphrase. Look, bitch. I love it. I think it'd work. I'd watch that. I'm not into cooking shows.
I would watch
She just
it.
drinks and gets sassy.
And so just ask a simple question. Now, do you want to take the motherfucker?
No.
Look, bitch.
Haven't we been over this?
And for you, Bird, Cynthia said, here is a turkey hat idea. It's easy, festive, and it's only $15 on Amazon.
Oh.
You're talking about getting turkey costumes, but you're looking at about $150.
I think it was going to be more than $150 because I waited too late, and there's nothing that will come next day unless you're paying that. I don't know. It was all confusing and shit. I started doing it. I had it all in my cart. And they're like, it'll be here on Sunday. We're like, oh, shit, we're not on Sunday.
Yeah, it's tricky because you got to do rush shipping then, and they know they got you by the short and curly.
And I'm the only one that's really into the bit, so it's really kind of not really an investment.
What? Come on.
What? Come on.
Well, this is a sign of the times. Amanda said Flanagan's doesn't have the lunch punch card anymore. It's now all on an app. Remember how they would do those? I think Subway had a sub card too, where they would hole punch it, and if you got to 10 or whatever, you get something free, and it was just always kind of fun to always have that in your wallet. It's great advertising for the business as well. Like, I feel like the app sometimes, so I got a lot of apps on my phone. I got to go through it, like, why do I still have that app on my phone? And I'm deleting stuff. I think they just get lost in the mix. So to me, I almost like doing a little bit of the retro throwback marketing stuff because you know what? It's different and it stands out and it's tangible and it's in your wallet or it's something you're carrying.
And not all apps are created equal. Some are quite difficult to kind of navigate. They don't work all the time. A lot
of apps don't make sense. And honestly, what Elon Musk had said just in the last couple of weeks makes a lot of sense. And whoa, if you're a company that's putting everything into your app, he's saying in like 5 to 10 years where AI is, you will just have your phone or device, whatever, and you will speak to it. It'll find it. There will not be apps because all the functions will be done by the phone. So whatever you're needing. So if this is going to be a big part of your future and marketing strategy, it is going to be null and void in 5 to 10 years. And you think that sounds preposterous, but how many things 5 or 10 years ago we just don't have today? They'd be like, if you would have said 10 years ago, it'd be like, yeah, you know what? You're not going to have that in 5 or 10 years. Like, what are you talking about, man?
I know, suits.
Yeah. You're right.
I was trying to make a joke there.
Things are changing. People and devices.
That one hurts.
Yeah.
But I'm not knocking apps. If they're done the right way, I think they can be really, really cool. It just got to be easy for the consumer. But even on your Uber Eats or your DoorDash, there's some restaurants, and you go on there, you can hit specialty options on there. I like to get extra sauce on my pizza. So there's some pizza places that you go in there and say, please put extra sauce on my pizza, and it's easy. There's notes, and they do it for you. Other restaurants don't allow that specialty thing, and you go, man, I think you're hurting your business that way. Allow that option. Make the adjustment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see where this future goes, but yeah, when they get rid of apps, what you going to do now? You going to bring back that punch card, Flanagan's?
I love the punch card.
It's weird.
I'm old school, though.
I did, too. Yep. Ryan in Lake Worth Beach, he said, we're finally getting the Epstein files, but be prepared to be disappointed. Just like the JFK files and the UFO files, I envision lots of black redaction bars in our future.
Yeah, anybody who's a public figure, they said they're going to redact the names. So that's the only ones we want are the public figures. I mean, yeah, the regular private citizens are interesting too because they're usually a bunch of rich guys that are just apparently up to no good with their money.
But it's why I take a break sometimes from the alien UFO stuff because I get all ginned up and then it's the same circle jerk every time and then you leave with alien blue balls and then I just realize the only way I'm ever going to find out if aliens exist is if one bangs me.
So you're not going to watch that big documentary coming out on Friday?
Of course I am.
I think the good thing is this is turning into what they call in politics an 80-20 issue. In fact, it's probably even more than that. People just want it, and they are putting pressure on any politician. And I would say it's going to get to the point that if you are balking at releasing these Epstein files and everything, talking about getting rid of the redactions and not holding people accountable for this and making sure that every little piece of information is out there, especially when the victims are out there on Capitol Hill saying this.
Which they were.
It's going to be so toxic for any politician that is against it or trying to make it look like they are stalling it out. I think this includes everyone. Everyone. You know, so
it should include
the president,
everyone.
whatever. Yeah, and I think that's why he's kind of seen that because even in his own party, they've said, no, we're pushing to get these things out. So
it's crossing the aisles, Virginia.
Yeah, and it's good to see that. Honestly, it's good to see we're actually all agreeing on one thing, and that's getting these unredacted files out there for the public to see, and just be interesting to see what goes down with it. Now, one connection here was Epstein to Harvard. There was one Harvard professor that had he was listed in some emails, and he was calling Jeffrey Epstein his wingman and getting advice with, the ladies and all that kind of stuff. And
No, the best look.
he just said, look, I'm sorry for, it's bringing out some people, and you're seeing a few people getting flushed out through this whole thing as it's happening. So I think that's good. And look, some people I think just need to own up to it. And I think the names that come out, you got to be careful too, to not say, well, they clearly are a pedophile. You got to make sure that get them for the right reasons.
Well, you got to have proof too, because if not, that's a terrible claim to have it on your name. If it's not, imagine not doing anything wrong and then people think you did something wrong.
It'd be awful.
That would be absolutely horrible.
Yeah, but you see the names and be like, okay, well, let's look into it. And are you correct in what you're saying? At least now we have a name and we can look at any kind of correlations that might have happened that look suspicious. So at least it's something, right? It's more than what we've had. More than what we've had. Now, one thing that I had seen here that they're saying could be problematic in the future, and the poll game has been something that affects politics. In fact, it's a problem sometimes because people will see polling numbers and then maybe they don't go vote because they're like, my vote's not going to matter anyway. I can see it's clearly going one way or the other. What do you think might be the new problem with these polls? Bots. AI. Yeah, they say AI can now fake public opinion surveys so well that the pollsters cannot tell the difference between a bot and a real person now. And they say in 7 major polls before the 2024 election, adding just 10 to 52 AI responses cost only a few cents each for them to do would have flipped the predicted results. So people are going, oh, you know what? My person's going to win anyway, so I'm not going to go. And actually, they're trailing, or vice versa. They say the only solution is forcing survey companies to prove respondents are real and redesign polling for an AI-saturated world before trust collapses entirely. So keep that in mind, just moving on in the future until they come up with that system. Right now, they're faking poll results, and they're changing. So when you see a poll saying everybody feels this way, well, do they, or do the bots feel that way?
Well, first of all, anytime anyone uses the word everybody, I'm already like, okay, this is horse shit.
Mm-hmm. But that's how they'll justify their opinions and say, well, look at what the people say. So just know that is becoming a thing, that the bots are so good that they can't tell if it's human or not.
Everybody needs to be a free thinker and stop listening to polls, because who cares?
You're right.
I don't formulate my thoughts based on what some poll told me about what everybody else's thought is. I have my own freaking thought.
It won't matter when all of the robots are here. Sorry. But it's not going to matter eventually. If robots are going as quick as they're going, we are fucked.
Yeah. Well, just know, if you do see that, I'm going to put less credibility on some of the poll things that I see here, and just especially when it comes to that.
The only poll that you can trust is a KVJ poll.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. And who knows, people are probably botting us with that, but at least we're doing dumb stuff, things that don't matter. I mean, we're talking about the Hershey's peanut butter cups and things like that. So.
If the bots have infiltrated the KVJ polls, we're all done.
At that point, it's just, I mean, you shitting me? We already have suspicions of AI engineer Keith.
Oh.
Yeah.
He knows I'm just kidding.
He's not real.
No, he is real. I've seen him many a times.
Mm-hmm. Well, we got somebody needs a little advice, I guess, free legal advice. They've been married for 29 years, got into a business with their husband. He is a doctor. She was a nurse. She was kind of running the whole office for him. He was not real diligent on the practice, and things are going great, but he kind of let things lapse, and so they had some issues. And she said, just after years of trying to get him to do the right thing for the business, I just finally had enough, and I asked for a divorce about a month ago. He responded with, okay, but then he wanted me not to ask for alimony, claiming he would not provide any, and also stated that he would close the practice, which is what I've been telling him to do for the last 8 years anyway. So had he listened to me 8 years ago, he could have secured a job earning at least $200,000 a year, totaling around 1.6 over that time, and could have funneled it into the practice. Since we lost all that money, we're very destitute. Now, a month after we discussed the divorce, he miraculously found a new job. Now, at first, he does not want to involve any lawyers since he wants to sell our house and the condo unit, split the money in half, and go our separate ways. When I suggest that I needed a lawyer to assist me, he proposed a collaborative divorce Do you know what that is?
Well, you have the same lawyer.
Okay, his approach focused solely on what he wanted, though, without asking me about what I wanted.
It just sounds just like a man.
Oh, here we go. Let's not turn this into a gender war.
Yeah, you need to get your own lawyer. This guy is slippery.
Said I questioned him on why he thinks that after 29 years of marriage, including his underperformance, the salary that he could have earned but didn't, and the misuse of our money to fund his practice, I wouldn't deserve alimony. His response was, well, that is the law. Talk to your lawyer. Now he's pressuring me to hire a lawyer quickly so he can file for divorce as soon as possible. I asked him why he was in such a hurry to finalize the divorce. He said he wanted it done so he could move on with his life. My salary is about $105K. His new job will pay about $230K. Do I deserve any alimony, or is it unreasonable for me to think that I should receive it? I do not have the money to pay for a lawyer, and I want to know what you guys think I should do.
I would never share a lawyer with somebody else.
I wouldn't
not when you are going on separate ways and separate sides. To me, I feel like that's how you get fucked.
Well, you're telling me this guy doesn't want to give you what you think you are deserving. And you're telling me that he squandered a lot of money unnecessarily because he moved things around inappropriately. Why would you want to share a legal counsel with that guy?
Yeah.
Getting divorced, you need a lawyer. I know you said you don't want to buy a lawyer. You don't want to, but look, you either get a lawyer now and you pay up front the retainer, or you're going to pay out the ass in the end.
You're going to get smoked in this deal. And yeah, you just need to, you have to do the lawyer stuff.
You need somebody who's really going to look out for your best interest.
There's not a cheap way to do this.
No.
I think there's someone else involved, too.
Yeah, he sounds shady. Look, if he's been mistreating the practice and now doesn't want to give you what you think you deserve, like, there's no way I would share a lawyer with that guy.
Yeah. That's all I would say is just do that. Don't take anybody else's advice. Just, you're going to have to pay for the attorney.
And find an attorney that'll let you do a payment plan, because they're out there. You know, you can pay, a few $1,000 a month or whatever it is, but you're going to have to find somebody to protect your interest.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the moral of the story is don't get married. Is that kind of what it is? I'm joking. I'm kidding.
I don't think it's a joke.
I was kidding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a tough situation. I can get why you're upset, and I'm kind of curious why you decided to throw down the gauntlet. I mean, I know you're frustrated with how he's handling the business and all that. That's why it'd be tough to be married and then also do a business together and be that involved.
Shit.
Financially. I couldn't even imagine. That would be rough. I mean, I think about, I like some of those married radio shows. I don't know how they do it.
Oh my gosh. I would Kool-Aid man through the wall and never come back.
Yeah, I couldn't even, I just like, man, what the heck?
It's too much time. You have to have separation. You really do. There is something to say missing your partner.
Yeah.
There's something to that.
You can't really be up each other's butt 24/7 and then,
Fuck that. Then you're arguing about stuff on the radio, behind the scenes, and you go home. And we all know we take our shit home with us. So now you're fighting about the same shit at home.
Why would you want that for your life?
Right.
Because at first the sex was great.
It always is.
The heat, the fire, the flame. All of it.
Every flame goes out.
Yeah, about 2.5 years in.
Then you better make sure you married a nice person who respects you.
Well, that's why I don't understand when people get married, they don't marry someone that they're friends with. They marry, I think, because, and this isn't everybody, but they marry because they start to panic. They are lonely. They're attracted to somebody in the moment. And then you're like, shit, 3 years later, I fucking don't like this person. What have I done?
Yeah. It's an interesting phenomenon to see now because, as she's saying, with 29 years, they've raised their kids, they've done their stuff. And then you just get to that junction in life where the kids grow up and now maybe you realize, hey, I'm not on the same page with my partner. 29 years ago we were, and it all worked out. We had a good run, but now maybe one of you wants to travel or your view on the finances and how you handle things is radically different. And I've seen some couples, they do stay married, but then they kind of do their own thing. And, they're still there, and that's nice. I'm happier to see people do that. But other people are like going, no, you know what? I need a clean break. It's time for me to start the next chapter of my life, and we had our time. We raised our family. Now you go do your thing. I'll go do mine.
Well, like that one guy I told you about whose wife was mad because me and him went to lunch for Hooters. First of all, we weren't there to score any tit or tail. We're there to get some food. And he would always want to play wiffle ball on Sunday with some of our friends. And she just would not let him. And he'd go, why can't I go play wiffle ball? She's like, because it's Sunday and we should be here. And he'd say all she would do is sit on the couch and just scroll on her phone, and they wouldn't even do anything. So she would sit on the couch. He wasn't allowed to go out and play wiffle ball. So they just have to watch her on. Like, dude, grow a pair of balls here.
That whole wasn't allowed. I mean, like, you're not a parent to this person. You're a spouse. They can make their own choices. Like, asking permission is weird.
Well, it's not like we're at Hooters, Hey, show us your,
Well, she gives him hell about going out to play. He needs to be like, hey, I'm here. I'm not playing wiffle ball with my friends. You did it so we can spend time together. We need to engage and do things. If it's all about us working on our relationship and having a Sunday, I'm here. I'm giving you that. But you got to give it back to me. You
Get
can't
off the sofa.
Yeah, put down your damn phone.
I used to give advice. I shut the fuck up. Now I'm like, oh, cool. Enjoy your misery.
Yeah, he does need to step up in that respect.
Good luck.
Yeah, I want nothing to do with that heat. I got too many people trying to stab me.
Well, this is an interesting move that they're doing in the United Kingdom. They have now outlawed reselling concert and event tickets for profit. They're going to be cracking down on resale platforms like StubHub. And, we talk about that here in America. Okay, where do you point the finger? Is it the StubHubs and your places like that are the resale platforms that have caused the price of events to go up, or is it just the way that life is? So it'll be interesting to see them as an experiment.
Anybody who tries to put the consumer first and stop fleecing us, I am all about. And if it works for them, we should definitely try to adopt it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know it's a big complaint here in America, too. So let's see what the Brits do with it and see if it works for them. Maybe we could start doing some of the same. So I am curious about all that. Well, with music on hand, there is a huge Wahoo festival that is going to be coming up.
Wahoo?
Where you can see St. Paul and the Broken Bones. Now, Christina, she sent us an email. She said, hey, I got to tell you, that's an amazing band, highly underrated.
Okay.
It's a soulful band from Alabama with a dynamic horn section. If I could only recommend one song, it'd be listen to Apollo.
Okay.
It's a free-for-all Friday kind of song. So I hope you guys can look past the hype I gave them and see the hidden gem that they are.
Sign the lead singer's girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. And she said, and for funsies, listen to the lead singer first and then see what he looks like. It's funny how some voices do surprise you.
Okay.
We'll never judge a book by its cover when it's coming to singing. I always used to hate that shit on those music shows that had like some old woman come out there and then she'd and show everyone going, oh my gosh, I can't believe an older woman can sing. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You ever been to church?
Yeah. Yeah, to do that. Remember that one lady, was it Charlotte Church? Was that the older lady? Remember that? She was on... Was it, I think it was X Factor.
The British woman?
Yes.
I don't think that's her name.
Charlotte Church was another girl. Was it Gaines or what was her name?
As soon as you say it, I'll know it.
And I remember it felt so weird because she had a beautiful voice, but they're kind of looking at her and it was really implied that this woman's so homely that such an angelic voice shouldn't come out of this homely face.
That's what, yes. I'm like,
Susan Boyle.
Susan Boyle. And her name's Boyle, too.
I know, like, okay, look at this monster. She's got an amazing voice. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, the way it came across, I was like, I don't know if this is flattering or very insulting. I'm like, I just kind of felt weird watching it.
I didn't like it either, man. And I think they even dressed her down to make her look more... good motherly, and I can't sing, but
Yeah, I think she maybe came out with an album just singing covers or whatever, and it did okay, but I mean, it really kind of faded fast. I think that's about it.
Those shows are so... They're even edited corny.
Yeah.
The way, like, they'll cut to the audience, and you can tell it's not the right shot for when they're watching it. It's just somebody in production throwing shit together. It's weird.
It is weird.
Another scammy thing that is out there, Virginia noticed shrinkflation now in lipstick. They're trying to con you in a sense by giving you a package thinking that that's going to reflect the size of your lipstick, and it's not.
I brought it in. So I love lip gloss. This is a normal sized lip gloss.
Okay.
Okay.
And that is about the height of maybe a little taller than a cigarette lighter.
Yeah. Now, this is what I bought, but it had a full box that was this big. And then I opened it up, and it's literally half the size of the other
Box was twice as big as what it was. So you're thinking that it's probably going edge to edge of the box, but it's not.
It's not.
Yeah.
This is the new trick, and this is a brand called Elf. Ironically, the size of this is a little elfin.
Wait, is that the one that
bought Hailey Bieber's company?
Right. Okay. I knew the name was familiar for a reason. Okay.
Elf
Paid
bought
$1 billion for that, right?
Rode. Yes.
So they got to save some money after spending $1 billion. They're like, okay, we're going to scam all of our customers now.
Well, we don't want a bigger box.
We don't want a bigger box. We want a bigger tube.
Yeah, that sounds sexual. Bigger tube, smaller box.
Okay.
Just know, ladies, you got to open the box and look and see how big the tube is. Don't be tricked, because there's lip gloss out there that is tricking you. Big box, tiny tube.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. In fact, we were still getting a ton of answers as we were talking about sticker shock and just the price of things today. A lot of it was the grocery store, anything from sodas and cereals, and the A1 steak sauce came up with just how much more expensive that is today.
And it does, on those kind of items, it depends on where you're going. You can get good deals somewhere. Now, you might have to go to Walmart. That's kind of fucked. But you're still going to get cheaper prices.
Go really early. The earlier, the better.
I would agree with that.
If you go to Walmart at night, dude, you're going to see some things.
I'd say your cutoff should be 1p. Honestly, at that point, you might have to go to Publix.
Walmart after 1p, you just don't know if you're going to come out okay.
Well, I couldn't believe it, because I'll have people over and they want mixers for their drinks. I'll get, sodas and stuff. And I also like soda. So I'm in that soda world, and it was $12, $13. You went to Walmart. People go, Bird, go to Walmart. It's half the price. And they were right. It was $5 for a 12-pack.
Damn.
I mean, that's a major difference.
Major difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's one thing you just really got to look now. And as you were talking about how one store has it at a certain price, a lot of people were giving compliments to Aldi, but it's a big thing. I think a lot of people now they're really paying attention to how much they pay, and you're having to drive around to several different places to get your groceries and products now.
You're right. And because Aldi is not comprehensive.
Yeah.
It's not as big as a Walmart or a Publix.
Right.
So it's so much work.
How do you feel about getting your sliced ham at Walmart Deli?
Not great. I'm going to let you know right now.
I don't think you want to
I don't feel great about it.
I don't think you want to get any meat from the Walmart Deli.
I don't feel great about it.
Yeah, you just got a lot of stuff you got to think about. And maybe what your standards were a couple years ago are not the same standards today.
Well, imagine if you had to eat Walmart sliced bologna today. How fucking rattled are you?
Dude, that feels like a do it Mitch punishment.
Right. It does.
I'm so sorry, but it's just the truth.
Yeah, that's the way it is for a lot of people. Now, I got to tell you, I get an email here that's kind of calling me out a little bit. Oh. And, I think it's kind of legit.
What'd you do?
Got this from Teresa, Ride or Die in Pompano. She said, so I was bored at work today, and I decided to spend my time determining that Kevin isn't spending enough time with Duolingo, and V doubling down on bad Spanish. Kudo to Bird, whose honey face is keeping him on point. I think it had to do with a comment that I had made. I was talking about the new primetime guy that is on NBC. You know how he's a Miami guy? And this is kind of where she dinged me and where she got me on this, because his name is Tom Lamas. And I said Tom Lamas. and it's the double L, Yamas.
Yamas.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so she got me on that. And there's a couple things that I've kind of noticed, too. Here's the clip.
For a preview of what's to come, here's NBC's Tom Yamas. Hi, Tom.
Yamas, yeah. His name was just popping up all over the place. And then I saw him on with Tom Lamas today on NBC News.
Yeah, got me. No, you're right.
The inner Gringo comes out.
You know, and I think what it is I have some insecurity when it comes to rolling out some Spanish stuff. And I remember this one time, it really jumped out at me. We had Ron McGill on. He's the guy that runs Zoo Miami, and you see him all the time on TV.
Oh, he's a tall drink of water.
And I remember he talked about, Pollo Tropical, and he goes, Pollo Tropical. And he everything was rolling. I'm like, but he went from Gringo Ron McGill to Pollo Tropical. And I was like,
all right, McGill.
yeah. And look, I've heard of him. He can do the Spanish, but I don't have that kind of confidence. You see that street in downtown West Palm Beach, and I've always heard people going, yeah, you take Zapadilla, and then you go over, and I'm like, okay, well, that's the Gringo way, but I think it should be Zapadilla. But then sometimes I don't have the confidence to know, okay, well, is that a Y sound? Because let's say you want to go get vanilla ice cream. Would you be like, hey, let's go get some vanilla ice cream? You know what I'm saying? You'd be going, dumbass, it's vanilla. Oh, damn, that's right. So I really, honestly, I still err on the
And
side.
technically it would be vanilla.
Well, you're trying not.
Right, exactly, yeah.
You're trying not to offend anybody, and you're trying to say with confidence.
And I also realize, it's safer for me to stay in the Gringo box. And because I remember the first time I took Granny Beulah, she was from small town West Virginia. And she's like, oh, yes, that's had cheese and a tortilla. I'm going to go with the quesadilla. And I remember her ordering that, and the waitress was like, but, she had full on Gringo.
Sure.
Not being around it. So I got to admit, I do have some insecurities when it comes to pulling the Ron McGill going, Pollo Tropical. I don't have that confidence to do that yet.
That's what happens when I forget someone's name and I know I should know it and I have to say their name. So I'm like, hey, what's going on, Roger? Right. There's zero confidence.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
no confidence.
No confidence. And it's so apparent that I don't know your name. Like, hey.
Yeah. but you're right. I will go Tom Yamas. That's one thing I'll get that right. But
look, it's all about learning, baby.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah. So I'll do better. But I appreciate you calling me out on that. Also, got a little call out here for Jake Paul. This person says, looks like Jake Paul might finally get his ass kicked. He'll be facing an actual legitimate boxer in Anthony Joshua.
Man, I ain't buying any of this shit.
Yeah, Anthony Joshua is probably going to be paid to take a dive.
Think so.
All they are is hype, man. I'm so sick of, gosh, I fucking can't do it.
It's not real. You want to see a real fight? Watch Evelyn Romo this Saturday night.
That's right.
Also, I don't like people that think they're so cool and brag about how much money they make. That whole world and lifestyle is so not my game. Mm-hmm. And that's all they do.
It's manipulated.
Well, it's just, okay, I get it. You're rich. It's great. You have a bunch of chicks. I don't want to fucking hear about it, you dick.
Yeah. And Brian calling out something. I had this same thought, and I wasn't sure how I felt. Do you remember the story of the guy who was an Alaska Airlines pilot, and he tried edibles, and then 24 or 48 hours later, he freaked out flying the plane and tried to turn off all the engines or some shit like that? I can't remember what it was, but it was something crazy, and they got the guy, and the story that I'd seen a day or two ago, his name was Joseph Emerson, and he tried to disable a passenger jet's engines mid-flight after taking psychedelic mushrooms. He was sentenced to just supervised release and credit for time served. And they said, it was lesson learned and nobody died, and this is a guy that has true remorse over it, and he lost his career. That should be enough punishment that he shouldn't spend any time in jail. And Brian's like, well, look, he could have killed a lot of people, and he's not going to go to jail?
Has he already been in jail, though? Because they said time served.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. So he's avoiding prison time, and that's what the question was going to be about. They're like, okay, he's suffered enough. We feel like the punishment is adequate. And he's saying, I don't know, man, because people could have died. Now, somebody be like, yeah, but nobody did, and I don't know.
They need to roll his ass out at all the pilot conventions. If anybody's ever doing a pilot TED Talk, they need to make that guy explain to pilots why they should never try any mushrooms whatsoever, because he's the poster child for don't fuck around with mushrooms.
I couldn't imagine even just being a passenger on a plane on mushrooms, let alone flying the plane.
People do it. People take things to chill out on the plane.
Well, that's not going to chill you out. That doesn't chill everybody out. I know that there's this big myth, microdose, bro, man, you'll be chilled out. That is not everybody. Some people will go, fuck, why? Where is my mom? She's been dead. People can freak out on some small-ass mushrooms. Everyone's different.
Now, Mike's saying he should be facing 200-plus counts of attempted murder. Now, it wasn't his design to set out and freak out and, put people's lives in danger the way he did. I'm sure if he would have known, you would hope that he would be like, yeah, I ain't touching those shrooms. I have no idea how I'm going to react.
Shit, Judge Mike goes hard.
But I got to tell you, there are a lot of people who feel the same way Brian did. 80% of people are saying that he should have done more prison time than that. And they're like going, yeah, what? Like, time served, you're good. You already learned your lesson. It cost you your career, so let's move on. So, yeah, more than 80% of people now think that was not the right call. So,
yeah.
I was a little surprised. I'm like going, wow, that guy got off really easy.
It's weird.
Guess what he probably had? A great lawyer.
You're right. That's the message. Get a great lawyer.
Message today, kids.
Get a great lawyer. There you go.
Get the best lawyer you can afford.
There you go. Life lessons learned here on the KVJ Show. Thank you for your emails. You can always send them to us, mail@kvjshow.com. Enjoy your Wednesday. We will see you back here tomorrow. Goodbye.